in. Today is episode 2 of the Expand Your Preschool program in 2019. 30 tips in 30 days. So if you're here with me, say, hey, Erin, what's up? Let me know that you're here. I always love to know who is with me when I'm here live. So say, hey, Erin, what's up? Hey there. Hey, friends. So let me know that you're here with me. Say hey and let me know. So today we are talking about class links and why they're important. And so if you're here joining me, say, hey, Erin, let me know that you're here. And if you've stumbled upon me, hey, Michelle, so if you stumbled upon me, hey, Dawn. So if you've stumbled upon me somehow and don't know who I am Erin Bird, and I am the owner of Birdie's Kids in Motion, but I also am a dance studio strategist, the creator of Dance Biz in a Bag, as well as the 100K Preschool Blueprint Dance Workshop and the hit list marketing system for dance studio owners. And so I am here today. We are the whole month of January. We are talking about how do you expand your preschool program in 2019. And so, hey, Dawn, I'm so glad that you're here too. And oh, you and Michelle, roomies. So I am so excited for y'all to be here today because I wanted to touch on class links. I actually got some questions from other studio owners regarding, well, what is an appropriate length for my preschool classes? Because, you know, as we know, teaching 2, 3, 4-year-olds compared to 10-year-olds, it's a totally different ballgame. And so I wanted to talk about that today, about how long should our preschool classes be. Now, there's a couple caveats here, right? So number one is that if you're doing your program inside a studio space, it can be a little bit different than if you are hosting or holding your classes inside, let's say, a daycare or a preschool or an after-school program for some reason, right? So there's going to be a couple different answers, but I wanted to just kind of go over those today. So if you're joining me, say, hey, Erin, what's up? Let me know that you're here. Hey, Heather, I'm so glad that you're here. So today, let's just jump into it because I don't want these lives every day to be very long. I want them to be just short little snippets for y'all to take away with you and be able to start implementing. So let's talk about class lengths. So when you go across the board, you might hear most people say, well, my preschool classes are 45 minutes long in length. And that's pretty standard when you hear people talking about how long their preschool classes are. But I'm going to take a different approach today. Let's talk about the whys. Okay, so first things first, if you have a preschool class inside your studio space and you have broken up that class into 2 portions, let's say ballet and tap or creative movement and gymnastics, if it is a dual class, so meaning that you're teaching more than one discipline in that class, 45 minutes is perfectly acceptable. Perfectly acceptable. And at 45 minutes, you've about maxed out your time. If you've about maxed out your time that you are going to be able to hold the attention span of preschoolers, 45 minutes is the max. Now, I have some people say, oh, well, we do hour classes for preschoolers, or I even had someone tell me they did 2-hour classes, which, my goodness, that is a long time for preschoolers. So let me just reference this first for y'all. If you don't know about the organization NAYC, I would love for you to look them up. Here in the States, they are the organization that does all the research on brain development of preschoolers and learning and education. And kind of they set the frameworks for what preschoolers can handle and what they can learn and what frameworks and places that they should be along their journey as a child. So growing from 2 years old to 3 years old to 4 years old to 5 years old, they lay out frameworks of benchmarks of things that they can grasp and really hold on to. And so I would encourage you all to really take a moment. If you're in the business of preschoolers, which if you are in the business of teaching preschoolers, you need to know about NAYC because they are going to help guide you in what is developmentally age appropriate for your classes, okay? So I want you to take a little point from preschools and daycares and think about circle time for a minute. They all do it. They all sit on a carpet and they go over the calendar and the months of the year and the dates, and they count, and they probably have a story, and they spend that time together on the carpet learning. Now, when you take a step back and think about that, what does that mean for us as educators, as dance teachers, right? Their model is typically no more than 30 minutes of circle time, or of any activity for that matter, because 30 minutes is developmentally age appropriate. It's about the length of their attention span that they can actually handle digesting. Now, you know, a lot of people say, well, my preschool classes are out of control and I don't know how to keep their attention span. Part of the problem is the length of your class. Part of the problem could very well be that you're doing a 45-minute class and you right now do not have the framework to hold the attention span of a 45-minute class, the pace to keep up with a 45-minute class. And the last thing is you have to understand that those preschoolers might not have the capacity to take on a 45-minute class, okay? So me and all my clients that I work with, we actually will start to move towards the majority of our classes being 30 minutes in length. And it is our job to educate the teachers and the parents as to why 30 minutes is developmentally age appropriate for those classes, okay? So if you don't know about NAYC, I highly encourage you to go onto their website, dive in deep. If you'd like to become a member, I think it's a fantastic organization for you to be a part of and learn from, because again, you know, as dance teachers, we have to really look at what group are we serving. And if our primary goal is for the preschool program to be the foundation, the building blocks of our business, we need to understand preschoolers on all levels. And so NAYC is a fantastic place to start. I have had the pleasure of presenting at their state conferences, at their national conferences, about developmentally age-appropriate curriculum to integrate more music and movement into their programs on a daily basis. And it was a fabulous experience for me, and I know it was for those teachers as well. And so if we can go in saying, hey, we understand them, we are part of their team, we're part of their community, we're part of the tribe, and they get us and we get them. Okay, so NAYC, if you take anything away from today's episode, is please check out NAYC, as they are a fantastic resource for you as a dance teacher, as a studio owner. They're a fantastic resource outside of our normal dance industry, right? So we want to always be looking at all of the resources available to us and picking out what the best ones are. And that is a fantastic one for y'all. So right now, if you tell me in the comments, how long right now are your preschool classes? Tell me in the comments. I want to know, because I want to see across the board what everyone's doing. And if we need to tweak them in the future, of course we could tweak them. If you tell me your class, your preschool classes are 90 minutes in length, that is too long. I'm going to be honest with y'all. That is too long for a preschooler. So tell me in the comments how long yours are. So, hey, Nikki, I'm so glad that you're here. Michelle's are 30 minutes. Fantastic. That is perfect, right? We've talked about that, Michelle. 30 minutes is perfect. So tell me in the comments how long your preschool classes are right now. And now, obviously, if you're thinking, do I need to make some changes? Now, we're going to talk about in another live, we're going to talk about the actual framework of a 30-minute class or 45-minute class, depending on how you do it, and how that can line up to keep it fast-paced, action-packed for y'all. That's not on today's live, but I wanted just to talk about real quick about the length of class. So tell me in the comments about how long. Let's see, 30 minutes for preschool, mommy and me class. Okay, fantastic. 30 minutes is a fantastic amount of time. Like I said, because you can keep the energy up, you can keep it fast-paced, keep it moving. You aren't going to lose their attention span, which means you're going to have less kiddos getting themselves into trouble. And it's going to make your life easier. It's going to be funner for you. Your class is going to go by like that. And you know, it's just a much more enjoyable experience for everyone. So that's the big takeaway from today. 30 to 45 minutes max. And if at 45 minutes you find yourself struggling on a consistent basis, when I say consistent, I mean if 9 times out of 10 you find your students running around, licking the mirrors, having a hard time, finding themselves picking up their friend, picking up themselves, if they're having a hard time together for that amount of time, then you need to look at those and evaluate the timings of your classes. Okay, so 40 minutes at center, but this includes gathering the children, taking them back to their room. Fantastic. So that is a great idea. 4 and 5-year-olds, 45 minutes, great. Let's see this. Hold on. It's giving me some more. And then mommy and me 30 minutes. So you guys that are here with me are on point, on the right path as far as the length of time for being developmentally age appropriate. Okay. So in another episode, we are going to talk about the framework and how I kind of frame the classes and the flow of the lesson plans to align with NAYC for music and movement, right? Because we want to align with their frameworks. And I'll tell you why in our next episode. But we're going to talk about that next time. But before I go, just okay, yes, Nikki, 30 minutes, right? She has a tumble bus, so that's fantastic. 30 minutes is perfect. So what I want to tell y'all right now is I do want to give you the invitation. A lot of y'all on here right now are going to already have who have decided to join me. But that being said, I am going to be hosting the 100K Preschool Dance Blueprint Workshop in Atlanta. I had so many student owners ask for East Coast. So you ask, you shall receive. So I will be hosting the 100K Preschool Dance Blueprint Workshop in Atlanta, Georgia, March 30th and 31st of this year, so coming up in the spring. And there I am going to walk each and every one of my studio owners through the exact blueprint to get themselves launched. If you're already in some schools, fantastic. I'm going to show you how to grow them exponentially. But here's the deal with this. You are going to walk away with the exact steps of how to implement quickly and get yourself rolling. Every single client that I've worked with, I use this blueprint and it works every single time. I had a client use this blueprint. We had the opportunity to work together, and 2 days later they got their first account, and it works. The marketing works, the strategies work, and so I just wanted to take a moment to invite you all to that. I am going to go ahead and enter in for y'all in the comments the link about more information if you'd like to grab a seat and join us there, because here's the deal. We're all in it better together, number one, and I know that this can be your year for you. This is something different that not every studio in your community is doing. Going out to preschools and daycares and teaching class there, that's not something everyone's doing. Your competitor down the street is not doing that. And it's not only going to help you grow, but it's going to give you the freedom that you so desire. It's going to give you the vehicle to really grow and scale your studio space as well as your preschool site. And so I just want to take a moment to invite you to that. So I'm going to put that in the comments for y'all. Let's see if I can remember. No, I got it for you. I'm going to put that in the comments for you so you can check it out. And hopefully, let's see if that goes up in there. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? I think it worked. It worked. Okay, so I am going to leave you for today. Check it out. If you have any questions about the workshop, feel free to message me. I love to chat with you about it and how, if this is the right route for you to go. So I'm going to leave you for today. I want you to have a fantastic day. I cannot wait to talk to y'all till tomorrow. And until then, have a fantastic day. Bye, friends. Bye.